Welcome to Frontline Conversations. Today we have Tamil Nadu's Dairy Development Minister Mano Thangaraj with us. He has written a book, first in Tamil, Mann Ki Baat, Manadhin Kuralukku or Indiya kudimaganin 108 kelvigal. And he has written the same, he has translated the entire book into English. Mr. Modi, the nation has 108 questions for you. First, Mr. Minister, why did you write a book of this nature? I know everybody knows that you are with the DMK, you are the DMK's district secretary here, you have fought against Kodamkulam, you have a long history, unlike a lot of other people within your party and outside, of struggle against the establishment. So, why a book of this nature?
Actually, there are so many things that is emerging as a big challenge to the country. Our Honorable Prime Minister, he never meets the press or debates with anyone. His attendance in the parliament is also so poor. But he regularly conducts Mann Ki Baat, where we all know that he is trying to emotionally convince the people and sympathetically convince the people. He never looks into the logical side of things. What things are happening, how things are happening, and what's the solution he has. He has not at all debated. So I thought that at least challenging is Mann Ki Baat. We will bring out the issues that is not at all being addressed by Prime Minister Modi or his party leaders. So we thought of framing questions, and we found that lot of issues. We can raise even thousands of questions, but we have confined it to 108.
So, is this Mano Ki Baat or is this in the Mann Ki Baat, as in the questions from the soil? Which question require, which is a appropriate way to talk about it?
This is Mann Ki Baat. Mann Ki Baat, he is telling that. In Tamil we say that Manadhin Kuralukku. In the sense, it's from the heart.
Yeah.
So he says like that. But if that is true, he has to address the real issues, like the unemployment problem that is prevailing, the safety of women and the rights of women, and the plight of the people who are less privileged, who are living in a vulnerable situations. All these things at least he should discuss about. Now we can see how China has encroached the land of India. But whether he has discussed it anywhere, at least he should have put some effort. That effort is not being there, or he should have had a proper debate in the parliament. Nothing happened. So all these things they hide, and they show a different face, stating that we are like this, we have a culture, we have a tradition. What culture they talk about? That's a question of the simple ordinary layman of India now. Every voter asks, what is the culture they talk about?
Yeah, you raised a very pertinent question, basically territorial integrity of India. This is also the question that the BJP itself raises. You would have seen Dr. Jaishankar's press meet, where he has said that both the DMK and Congress were together in this, in giving away Kachativu to Sri Lanka. Of course, Mr. Karunanidhi had protested against it. He had also called for a bandh on July 15th of 1974 against this. But the point is that there is this larger narrative that because he was chief minister, he was also part of this decision to hand over Kachativu to Sri Lanka. How far is this true, and what is the DMK's reaction on this?
Sir, first thing, he was not part of it. Because DMK has several times cleared that they were not being discussed. That is one thing. So if somebody blames DMK, it's their problem. It's not our problem. And after the incident, DMK has raised its voice very strongly. And above all these things, we can see so many write-ups or statements from so many leaders stating that this happened 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And the decision was taken by the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi according to the situations prevailed at that time. So maybe to keep some relationship with China, with the Sri Lanka and other things, they might have given. And the Kachativu is such a small island with a 1.4 square kilometer area, without any human dwelling or something like that. So they might have thought it is no such importance, and for some what we say diplomatic things between two countries they might have given. But 10 years have passed and Modi is in power. In the last 10 years, so many people from Indian side were being arrested by Sri Lanka. And of course, some Indians also arrested some people there.
Yeah.
So far, we have not heard about something like the boats which are being seized by the Lankan police
Yeah.
were not at all auctioned. But this time in 2018, they auctioned it. By the time also, the Tamil Nadu government, all the political parties raised their concerns. Where they were sitting, they had a silent mouth
Reaction,
without saying anything about the incidents. They never took any diplomatic initiative to get back Kachathi. Now, after completing 10 years without doing anything, they talk about Kachathi. And we all hope that this is to hide the China invasion. So they have to hide that. So they are creating a new thing. And they are trying whether some votes from the fisherman's side they can harness. That is the only purpose behind this thing.
Okay, you're a minister from Kanyakumari district, and of course, DMK's district secretary here. Now, does a national issue have larger reflection here? But because we see that all the national parties, be it Congress or the BJP, are well represented here, and of course the DMK and ADMK as well, almost in equal strength. Is that one of the reasons why you wanted to highlight the national problems through this book of yours?
So Kanyakumari is a place known for so many struggles and protests in the past also. And we have a very strong political consolidation here. Each party has its own strength. And comparatively, the people here are literate and they are well aware of what is happening around. I can say the Modi's promise of giving 2 crore job. And all the youth knows that it has not happened. And when we look into the prices of petrol or gas or any other thing, the common man, the common Hindus, I can say specifically, because why I am telling, they tell that if Modi comes to power, Hindus will be so happy. They will live a pleasant life.
Yeah.
For example, if somebody is taking all the belongings that I have from my pocket and say you are safe and happy, now what is the meaning of this? A very common man, if he spends 1 liter of petrol daily means his pocket is losing 50 rupees unnecessary. So for a month, 1,500 rupees. So you calculate for a year. So this is the loss people are facing. Now people have started realizing, I bought my gas cylinder for 400 something. Why should I give 1,100? Now this is the question of the ordinary man. So we are thinking that there will be a very good response has come to the side of in favor of NDA, and this will travel across the country. The same mindset will be with the people. I hope so.
So the other question I have is about the alliance. DMK is not contesting Kanyakumari; it is the Congress which is contesting Kanyakumari. Now there are issues that the BJP is bringing up, like the Kachathi issue, where Congress and the DMK don't see eye to eye. Will that create any fissure in the islands? Because in the alliance, because there are 2 elections happening here. Vilangod, the MLA election is happening, as well as the MP election is happening here. So, is there any problems between the Congress and the DMK at this point?
Sir, this has nothing to do with this, because here, when we calculate arithmetically also, DMK has got strong following, as well as Congress, as well as the CPM. And with the other parties like VCK, MDMK and other parties also, our strength is getting increased. So arithmetically, somebody calculates means also Kanyakumari comes first in winning chance. The second thing is about the pulse of the people. Here the people in the previous years, long back, they had some communal issues. And after that, the people have a very strong resolution. People should not be divided on the lines of religion. And caste is not an issue over here. So religious thing, people are very sure that we should not allow someone to take advantage of this. And now, for his, I will say that unlucky time, Radhakrishnan is telling everywhere.
That's the BJP candidate.
The BJP candidate. He is telling there will be some problem coming in the future. And Kanyakumari will become like a desert-like thing. Who wants this kind of speech? So they believe only on hate. They want to divide the people and harvest something in the name of religion. And Kanyakumari people are totally opposed to it. And we, not only DMK or Congress, all the political parties who are here, except BJP, does not want damage that will threat to the peaceful living of the people. So in this case, everyone is with us. Everyone wants to be, the district should be peaceful first.
Okay.
So their attempt to communalize is not going to give any good result to them. I can be sure about it.
Okay, you touch upon livelihoods across many chapters in this book, especially about youth and employment and all of that. What about fishermen of Kanyakumari? They have protested against various things. One, of course, was Kudangulam. The other, of course, was prospecting for oil in the Wedge Bank and other places. And, of course, the Virinjam port itself. And another attempt to build a port in Kanyakumari itself. So, where do all these issues stand? Are fishermen with the DMK or with the BJP? Where are the fishermen at this point of time?
So DMK took very strong decisions in the past. Like whatever may be the decision of the people, the party will stand with them. Say for example, in Kudangulam we did that. And with regard to this port that was about to come in Kulachal,
Yeah.
the local people opposed. So we said yes, we will stand with the people. So DMK has always stood with the people of Kanyakumari. And especially in this regime, in the 2.5 years, I can say, more than 1,100 crore have been spent on the coastal area for various things like groins, port development, fishing harbor development, and so much of things are happening over here. And I can tell you very happily that I have initiated steps to give the patta issues, and we have more than 12,000 patta. It's a long pending issue.
For
And
fishermen, is it?
for fishermen itself, it will come around 4,000.
Okay.
So we have sorted out most of the issues. And here the fishermen are, they are all very clear that the border issues and the fishermen fishing issues, they all pertain with the center, not with the state. So as far as state is concerned, whatever support we are able to give, whenever there is a time of crisis, we are giving.
Okay.
We can take BJP. Say for example, this thing, the Wiki cyclone, the recent one,
Yeah.
that made such a big damage to the coastal people life and livelihood was that Modi didn't even visit the place. And after a lot of compulsions, he came to Kanyakumari. In the sense, proper Kanyakumari. It's a village. He came there in the helipad itself. They arranged for a photo exhibition. He saw the photo exhibition and went back. This is all he has done to Kanyakumari. And not even a single penny he has given for Kanyakumari. So all these things are there. So the fishermen here are well aware that these people, they have empty slogans and they will not help us in any way. And the only parties they help them with the things is DMK, Congress and Communists, these kind of things. So people are with us and they will be with us.
The one thing that we have heard from a lot of people, including journalists based out of Delhi, is that the BJP-led National Democratic Alliance is coming back to power. Do you get that feeling going by the performance of the NDA for the past decade?
Sir, in fact, India has become a not National Democratic Alliance, National Disaster Alliance.
I see.
Why I am saying it's a disaster alliance? The Global 100 Index, when we take it, India is in the 111. There is 111th position. It's a shameful thing. And Global Corruption Index, we are the 93rd place. And when we see the Electoral Democracy Index, we are near to Pakistan. We are in the 108 and Pakistan is in 109 or something like that. And when we take the suicides committed by farmers, last year itself there is 11,290 farmer suicides in the country. And when we take the suicides of the students, it has come around 13,000 something number. So this much of suicides, this much of India coming down in the social indicators, human development indicators, all these things show that this government has ended up with a lot of mess. And it's right to say that it is not a National Democratic Alliance, it is National Disastrous Alliance.
And the last question from my side, the DMK has been in power from 2021 and there is this talk of anti-incumbency against the chief minister, against the government itself because of various issues, including corruption. How do you see this? It's been, of course, only just 2.5 years. In this time, is it enough time for people to have an anti-incumbency feeling towards the government?
Sir, actually, in my experience, anti-incumbency is a common factor. If you are selected for a ward member also, when you go next to the people, somebody people will be opposing you. But if the political party, during its tenure, is capable of bringing in some people means
Okay.
that will be a proper match. When you compare the previous elections and with this election, in this election, the 2.5 years, maybe some kind of anti-incumbency may be there with certain issues. But lot of favorable things have come. Say, for example, the women-centered programs,
Yeah.
like the Magalir Urimai Thittam,
Ah.
as well as the Pudumai Pen Thittam.
Yeah.
That's for the
Studying.
girls who are going for higher education, the support given by the government. A lot of physically challenged people, transgenders, they are all having lot of good opinion about the government. And of course, we have concentrated on developmental issues, welfare measures, lot of things we have given, and we have created good infrastructures. So all these things will help us. So there is no question of anti-incumbency. I do agree, if there is anti-incumbency for 5%, there will be a 10% addition of things that has come in favor of us.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Minister.